All right, it is a Sunday morning. We'll see if our AI student driver can get us out of the garage. It's a tight fit in here with Panda, but it seems like it wants to do it. Maybe I'll give it a little incentive. Let's monitor, make sure we're good. All right, so I had to give it a little bit of the accelerator to get us out of here. We've reversed and we're about to proceed. So I got Chewbacca, my co-pilot, in the passenger seat. We are, I don't know, it's a foggy Sunday morning. I don't plan to do a whole lot of anything today. Wife's got to do some cleaning, maybe take the car to the car wash. She spilt those 2 Chick-fil-A iced lemonades in the car. She beats herself up pretty bad about it, but it's not that big a deal. Let's just say it's not the first time we've had, thank goodness for the weather tech, right? Or the so we're not destroying the carpets too bad. Well, she's gonna take that to the car wash if the weather permits. It's been rainy here in Southeast Texas. It's cloudy, it's obviously foggy. The weather was 70 degrees yesterday, it's 50 this morning. No idea what the weather's gonna look like, but we're gonna send our AI student driver FSD supervised 13.2.2.1 through the paces. So Christmas has come and gone. We are now in Nixmas season, as one of my friends likes to put it. That space between Christmas and New Year's. We'll embrace this new term, whatever. Our AI student driver is tossing on the high beams as necessary. It is a foggy mess out here, and Chewbacca, since it's been raining, hasn't really been to the dog park. So we're gonna make sure we get him going at least once a week. We try to let him do his thing. Me personally, I'll probably end up going to the airport sometime next week. I'm not sure what day, but I kind of want to put it through its paces. So we'll be going destination hunting, basically, throughout the various hot spots of Houston, Texas, along with running some errands. If I can have the camera running, I will. And that's the goal, right? I know there are tons of FSD videos going up. I appreciate everybody for watching mine. There's been a lot of haters in the comments down below. It lets me know I'm doing my job, right? At least maybe they're not even watching, they're just seeing the headlines and like, oh no, another FSD video, bah humbug, basically. And then they decide to make a comment. I laughed that shit off. It's like water off a duck's back. Doesn't bother me none. I can discern from haters just being haters. And look at this. The vehicle is approaching. Our AI student driver knocks off the high beams. Loving it. There is no more vehicle. High beams back on. Here we go. You know, like a normal human would. So, me personally, keep the comments flowing, whether you be a hater or not. But I can tell for someone that truly just doesn't understand the technology, many people that have come across these FSD videos watching the vehicle drive itself and assume that's not real. That can't possibly be what's going on right now. How's it making these decisions? When my nephew was sitting in Panda with FSD active 13.2.2, he's like, how does it know? And I basically told him Steve Jobs said any significant technology should be indistinguishable from magic, especially to people that aren't privy to the ins and out of transistors and GPUs and whatnot. You know, to me, I don't know how my refrigerator works. I kind of do. You know, I had to pass a qualification in submarining. I had to kind of know how refrigeration works, along with various other technical systems. But that was not my field of expertise, not by far. So I had a basic general knowledge that how some of these things work. But even then, I mean, as long as it works, that's really all that matters. And that's what Tesla's doing. Tesla's giving us this alien technology, allowing us to be safer than we've ever been on the roads, more secure, and just a lot more leisurely to and fro. So anybody that does not have, you know, the means for the vehicle to drive itself, one, they're missing out on multiple fronts, whether it be leisure, safety, and just flat out ridiculousness. This makes driving so much more fun. So even though our partners on the road don't share the same courtesy as our AI student driver with the high beams, it's no big deal. Our AI student driver is navigating this fog on these back roads like it's done it a bazillion times, right? You know, I've seen so many videos. Like I've been fortunate not to have an animal jump out in front of me, but I've seen it on numerous occasions on these videos where it sees something way before I could and makes the necessary adjustments to not only prevent injury of me, but injury of the animal as well. So, you know, there's a whole, I'm seeing a whole lot more good things about FSD than I am seeing bad, and there are bad. Like, I almost posted a video about Maryland's actual smart summon error. I guess there was, back a few months ago, an individual was testing the actual smart summon, and he hit a lady that was just sitting in her car, and he was pressing the button or something. And so the news team down over there felt necessary to investigate this incident. Now, it was a few months ago. I don't see a whole lot of these red flags when you're talking about the technology, but they made a earnest effort to paint this technology in a extremely negative light, right? And that's fine, but to me, that just shows, like, if the technology was really terrible, you would be seeing one instance like that every week or so. You know what I mean? Or even more frequent. So the fact that that was months ago, they just put up the YouTube video, what, a couple of days ago? They're gonna do whatever they can to try to instill fear and spread FUD. But that's why I do these videos. That's why JC does these videos. That's why Omar does these videos, and so many countless others, to combat that level of FUD. For every one of those videos, there's thousands showing our AI student driver doing what it's supposed to do more times than not. These are raw footage videos, right? If something were to go wrong while I'm filming, you would fucking know it. Because I'd be pissed than a motherfucker. So more times than not on these films, I'll do some time-lapse videos with music, just, you know, and put it on the shorts or whatever. I'll put that on X. You know, on X, I'm not really trying to convince anybody, or you know, on YouTube, there's more people that are skeptical than my followers who are going to see my footage or my, god damn, well, the lack of respect for the high beam is sickening. But anyway, but I feel YouTube is more where I would post these videos, because there are people that just simply don't know, that aren't in my circle, and the algorithm is going to spread it to them if they show a mild interest in what is occurring on our streets right now. Whereas X, I expect the Tesla community to love it. I expect some of the Tesla community to share it. And while that community is still growing and burgeoning, that's why I posted there too, just to show people that, you know, we need to be a unified front when it comes to spreading this information and combating misinformation, or just, you know, some of these news articles will have a slight tilt. Well, it's not ready for prime time. What the fuck does that even mean? I'm using this every single day. And we have the blinking yellow light. We did not go when it was green. It was very, very patient and did exactly what it was supposed to do. I don't know what more. Like, this thing does over 99% of my driving now. And really, I take over for comfort reasons. And those things are slowly but surely evaporating. So let's see if the gate is open. It is an extremely foggy morning. We haven't even hit sunrise just yet, so maybe we can catch some of these glimpses on the way back, see how it handles the glare. But the fog and the clouds, probably not. Main thing is, Chewbacca, the gate is open. You're gonna get to stretch your legs in this eerie, foggy situation. There's nobody here. And let's see how we park this thing. What are we gonna do in this vastly empty parking lot? Oh, wow. I think it's just pulling it over for us, which is perfectly fine. This is, if I was in a robo-taxi situation, this would be 100% fine for me to do. But, you know, since we're not banishing the vehicle, we probably should park this mile. So, let's do that. And then go for a quick, nice walk in the fog. Alright, so down here, we're just gonna select one, hit the start, let this thing do its thing. Yeah. So yeah, I will be doing a lot more videos going downtown, going to the various different airports, seeing how it handles that. This new year is going to be quite special. I expect the updates to happen as frequently as they were in 2024, if not more so. We got a lot to do. And if Elon is right, we're gonna have unsupervised in areas in California and Texas. If I have to spend a lot of time in Austin, I will do that. That's what I'm about this life. We need to hurry up and make this a reality so we can stop, you know, losing lives on highways, not only in the US but abroad as well. So we'll be right back. Peace. All right. I believe the sun's out, but with the fog and the clouds, it's really hard to tell. Chewbacca had a good time. I mean, it was a little wet out there, so, you know, the fog is kind of like another form of wet in combination with what's on the ground. But let's get the heck up out of here, shall we? I think we're ready. Let's see what we got here. All right. Do we have any parking lot shenanigans? I highly doubt it. Seems like it's understanding what's going on here and how to get out of this parking lot, especially if we park right there. So the fog has not abated. It's a little bit brighter out here, but let's see what we got here. I just wanted to touch more on like that news Maryland situation where when you're using actual smart summon and the car is operating, like the old lady was shocked that there was nobody in the car when it hit her. You know, it's to be expected. But let's not forget that this is a beta software, right? It works fine every time I've used it, but I've seen it on the internet where, you know, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick, former NFL player, he backed it into the garage, right? Like, there's some operator error issues. I think I saw a guy that was at Lowe's or Home Depot or something, and there were some people moving 2x4s. And, you know, I think the communique from the individuals moving the boards to what they perceived was a human inside the Tesla. There was something lost in translation, as the guy operating it, he kept going when they told him to maybe wait, hold on, and they hit his fucking car with a 2x4. So, you know, it's still, even when I have this active, this is my responsibility, right? If something were to hop, if the Loch Ness Monster was to hop out of that ditch full of water, and my AI student driver couldn't react in time, the onus is still on me, right? I will not blame Tesla for anything that happens while I'm in control, right? When it's unsupervised and nobody's in the car, or I'm not in the front seat, then we got a different topic entirely. But as of right now, I'm just absolutely in awe of what this vehicle can do while I am supervising. And I put supervision in air quotes because it's doing everything. Since we've left my garage to get to the dog park, I had to put it in a parking spot because I couldn't tell it that, you know, I don't want to banish it and I needed to find a parking spot. So, you know, there's some little things here and there, but this thing's doing 99% of the driving. So, and when you're using the software in a matter like actual Smart Summon, where you're not in the vehicle, you've got the camera there. And so there's just a lot of ignorance when I watch news stations reporting on it, so to speak. And because I know so much about it, it feels kind of disingenuous. So it just feels like it's stoking fear just to stoke fear, right? And there's nothing nefarious about actual Smart Summon. There's, you know, this, like one of the leading experts, well, it's just not ready for prime time. Like, whatever the hell that means, right? So it's prime time enough for me. Like I said, I don't know if I can operate it. I definitely don't want to operate another vehicle without FSD. And if it's within my power, I'm not driving. That's just the way it's gonna be. So, you know, it's just, there's so many things about actual Smart Summon. You gotta familiarize yourself with the technology first. You can't just throw it into a hyper busy parking lot and it, you know, and not understand what's going to happen. Like when I first did it, I went to an empty parking lot just to get an idea how fast it was, what it was doing to make points. And even then, when I first started using it, I didn't have it on come to me. I had it on, I fat fingered it and had it come to a point somewhere. And I was wondering why it wasn't coming to me, why it was veering off or doing, it's because it was trying to do what I had asked it to do, but I was too stupid, ignorant of the technology to understand what was happening. And I think that's what's going to happen to a lot of individuals. There's going to be a learning curve that is absolutely necessary when this technology is still in beta form. And, you know, it's just, I'm actually quite shocked that there aren't more news articles, more news, you know, skits about the efficacy of FSD. So for every one of those, like I said before, I'm seeing thousands where the technology is not only performing as expected, but exceeding expectations. And, you know, if the vehicle messes up, I have no problem pointing out its flaws, its faults. I don't expect it to be perfect. I'm just amazed every time it does something I just would not have expected it to do. So, and the progress. A year and a half, 2 years ago, yeah, there was tons of mistakes. And I was just putting them out there on YouTube, showing, you know, not only the comfort issues, there were some safety critical ones, definitely critical to the operation of the vehicle. Never once did I think it was going to hit another person or another car. It's more like, did it recognize that curb? Did it, you know, is it obeying the laws of this, you know, road here? They've actually fixed that pothole, so that's actually pretty nice. But is it just doing what it's supposed to do, like in certain various situations? You know, the first and foremost, I don't want to be pulled over for a road violation of any sort. So I think with more data, with more specified training, all these videos, the good ones are awesome, but I think the Tesla team is looking at particular accounts, looking for errors, you know, and seeing what they see. Like even what I wouldn't dictate as an error, they might, and they want to clean up, patch up, right? So I think, I don't know if the you know, I imagine they've just got a wide net of people that they follow, like Homar's blog or Dirty Tesla, you know, especially the OGs that have excellent followings on YouTube and X. They're definitely looking at those guys' videos and fine-tuning what they see compared to what is being reported on, right? And of course, the things that they point out, they take note of, because first and foremost, it's about customer experience, right? How do I want to activate this software? If I'm taking over every 15 miles, I might not even want to engage it because of frustration, especially if those every 15 minutes it's something random, right? Like if I can't predict what the software is trying to do at any given moment, I wouldn't want to engage it. But the fact of the matter is, it is so predictable that I know exactly when I should be paying attention because I've used it so much. And with that comes an extreme customer satisfaction for me personally. I know exactly what this thing wants to do, and if it deviates in any way, shape, or form, I'm alerted real quickly. But it is, for me, hands down, the best thing I've used in my entire life, especially when you're talking about the gravity of driving itself, the risk you take every day you climb into a vehicle. This is just a huge weight off my shoulders about hurting not only myself or the occupants in the vehicle, but the people that I'm sharing the road with. I feel a whole lot better sharing the road, knowing that I'm not going to impact their lives because I'm tired, inebriated, or just distracted by Chewbacca or my phone or something. I know that the people in this vehicle are going to be safe first and foremost, but definitely don't want to endanger anybody else, a pedestrian, a cyclist, or this technology. I can't thank the AI team enough. I really can't. Even if they don't make any more progress, I can't thank the AI team enough for being able to have this on my vehicle. So with that, I think that's it. We're gonna do some more drives, but just wanted to get my Sunday chat out the way. Be easy.